So called out to this Viessmann Viessmanns 100 WB1B 30 kilowatt combi boiler, and as you can see we've got no pressure because the hose is split inside the boiler. So I got this job from making another video, putting it on social media of a Viessmann hose is split the other day. Now what I want to show you, so we're going to repair this boiler. I'm going to whip the case off now and show you. Right, so we've just whipped the case off, and unfortunately, as you can see, the hose is split here. Now they're actually not that bad. I've had them way more solid than this, but unfortunately it's gone. We have got a drain off outside the front of the house. I've took a video of that. The water is absolutely filthy here. We know that magnetite or dirty water, rusty water can destroy boilers, but I know people will always come and attack these rubber hoses that Viessmann unfortunately did install in their boilers. I can't really defend them, but what I am going to defend is, so the customer here can't afford a new boiler. This has never ever had a boiler service. Now from the serial number on top it says that it's 2013, but on we've got a sticker here that says it had inhibitor in 2012. So and I think it's 2009, but anyway, it's old. It's more than 10 years old. Never ever had a boiler service, never ever had anything wrong with it. And we know it's never had a boiler service because we've got the wax seal there that has never been broken. So it's nothing's ever been done. The only thing that's ever happened on this is, again, the hoses have split. So I know people are going to go say straight away crap boiler or whatever, but I'm going to show you, we're going to replace these hoses, give it a full strip down service, and I'm going to bring this boiler back to life. And I think it's going to last for another 10 years. Okay, so I'm making a few attempts on making this video. I'll be honest guys, I am really not feeling very well. As you can see, I'm sweating already, and I haven't even started this job. I think I'm coming down with something. I am overworked, but enough about me. So we've just undone and took out the burner, and again we've got more evidence of this boiler again. Never been serviced properly. It's never had, in my opinion, anybody opened this up to have a look and look inside. So as you can see, we've got a lot of debris in there, so the boiler couldn't have been burning properly. So what actually happens on these boilers, and so these rubber hoses, unfortunately they solidify, go absolutely solid, and basically they split. You know, it's now boilers, manufacturers have learned, they now put copper in. But so what happens normally is they restrict the flow. They'll either stop working and go into error code. So we've got that device here, which we're going to show you in a moment. We have got everything from Viessmann Direct. You can hear the expansion vessel. That's distracting me from talking. We're going to talk about that now. So I've got my pump that we're going to repressurize that now. So again, I think these older model Viessmanns get way too much stick. People are so quick to say, oh, the hoses are split, because it just looks so dramatically wrong, you know, what's happened. But again, these customers can't afford a new boiler. A new boiler is going to set, you know, with a 10-year warranty, it's going to set the average person back about £2,000 supplied and installed. They can't afford that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do a full strip down. I don't like giving too much away on my videos, so I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to show you as much as I can, because if you're gas safe registered, you know what you're doing, you follow manufacturer's instructions, you'll see. But I'm going to try and show you a bit of step by step of what we're going to do and what we're going to replace. But again, sorry guys, I am feeling like rubbish, but I'm trying to make this video as interesting as possible. But like I say, we've got, you know, like I say, never been serviced, never broke down. The customers have had this from new. Right, so we've got our first bit of good news is the expansion vessel has held. So again, an expansion vessel that is more than 10 years old of a boiler. So if you're not in the trade, so this absorbs and contracts, for instance, called expansion vessel. So it expands the water, so within the boiler, so the heat, etc. So it's got a hard job to do. It has to flex, and over time these do go. Okay, so as you can see, the expansion vessel's been taken off. That is downstairs in the garden, which we're going to jet through and clean with the hose pipe and drill, etc. in a moment to bring that up to brand new. But again, I wanted to come into the defence of really the rubber hoses this time, potentially, because they are not that bad. Now, I can really squeeze them through. Yes, we've got some debris which would go through, restrict the expansion vessel, which you'll see in a moment for the untrained engineer, but there's nothing in these that, you know, I mean, you can hear it crinkling a little bit, but I've had them way worse than that, a lot harder. I think that this boiler has been over pressurized, which has split the hoses. Maybe I've got a feeling that that's expanded there and split back there, or the expansion vessel has gone. When these are on the way out, expansion vessels, the heat, because it can no longer absorb, the pressure gauge will, let's say if it's on 1.5, will keep going round into 3. So there's a lot of pressure inside the boiler, and obviously, unfortunately, what's going to go first, metal or plastic or rubber? And I think that's what's happened on this occasion. Right, we're back upstairs now. I've just been downstairs cleaning out the heat exchanger with the hose pipes. I'm not sure what I'm going to upload. I'll probably just mute it all because the dogs were just barking. There's 2 dogs here that absolutely hate me whenever I make any noise. Obviously not part of the pack. So as you can see, that is all cleaned and brand new water's flowing through. Nice and clean there. So we've got new flow and return rubber hoses. Yes, it is rubber hoses that still go back into these boilers. We've got a new plate exchanger, heater plate exchanger, and we've got a new service kit. So I'll show you these as they go in and again come back out. Well, we're on the home stretch now and we're about to replace the electrodes. Obviously these are the new ones, that's the old one. I have fitted or replaced the heat plate. Now again, there's not much light in here, unfortunately. Again, I've seen a lot dirtier. That side looks a bit dark. It's my phone that's making that look worse than it is. Let me try and put my finger inside, see if I can bring out any flakes or black or whatever. Okay, so I've just put my finger in. I know people like to see and call me a liar all the time that try and do that. So there you go. And so again, I'm going to say it's the expansion vessel on this job that caused the problem with it. Again, over pressurizing, causing stress on the hoses. So yes, if the hoses weren't there, it wouldn't have happened. But again, if they would have had the boiler serviced, this could have been prevented, because on boiler services I do check expansion vessels. So but anyway, we are on the home stretch now. You tell me any other boiler that can be brought back to life and made to look as clean as a Viessmann. You tell me. Check out this filter. So look at that. That is absolutely chocker. It couldn't get more fill than that. It's even on the bottom. So this is basically rust particles for anybody that doesn't know. And this is a magnet filter. So oxygen inside the water and steel radiators, we get corrosion. So we get like black sludge, or it starts off at like rust and then it turns into that. But again, this Viessmann boiler, credit to it, has been working without a service and maintenance to the system, and it's had that running around it. And again, I was thinking it's had an inhibitor in this system, which has done nothing. I think it does more damage than good. I'm now getting to the point where I don't recommend inhibitors at all. But yeah, so anyway, let's get this cleaned out. I'm going to have to tell the customers here now. I already know that they can't afford a system flush here. So what I'm probably going to do for them as I clean up is isolate radiators and just do a cold flush with a fin loop. And we've got that drain off by the front door. Hopefully that does something, and you know, maybe we'll check this again next year. And if
I know, yeah.
Well, as expected, the customers just can't afford anything as they're telling me. Obviously, I take people as their word, but I'm doing a cold flush now, rightly or wrongly, mainly because I know what will happen if this fails and the customer ends up ringing me again. You know, it's on me. You know, or you charge me. And anyway, but I've done what I can. We're going to shut this off now. Wow, ladies and gents, so we have officially performed open heart surgery on this boiler, to quote another Viessmann installer, and it's turned on straight away. Hot water is absolutely lovely and warm. It is really hot in here as I've begun to pack up. It's lit first time. I do feel a bit better now, thanks for asking, guys, by the way. But right, we're going to get the case on, and again, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say, you show me any other boiler that you can perform this on, and it's not a hard thing to do, guys. If I'll be honest, you can do this in 2 hours, or probably just under if you're not making videos and you just get on with it. It is a big job. The heat exchanger is awkward. It's heavy, especially if it's blocked and full of water. And there we go, guys and girls. So next service due 2026. I've just spoken to the customers and they've actually just said to me, can you book us in for August? So we're going to come back in August and potentially do a power flush or magnetic flush, whatever they can afford. So Viessmann 100, which has had a new heart replacement. We have replaced rubber hoses, although I don't think it really needed doing. We've had new boiler seal, new plate, electrodes. Again, I've seen worse electrodes. But yeah, anyone that's got any problems with Viessmanns, you don't always need to replace them. They get slagged off way too much, especially the older ones. The Viessmann community on the Facebook group are very helpful if you're not an idiot on there, and if you want to follow somebody that really has taught me a lot, I'll always give him the praise he deserves, and it's Glenn from Heat Spec. Go to follow him on Instagram. He really, I mean, this is embarrassing now, but yeah, he's taught me so much and had a lot of patience. He's the, yeah. But anyway, guys, so that is it. Signing off. See you on the next one.